I am a Donald Glover fan. I was an early fan of Childish Gambino. Didn't watch Community, but I knew of the show because my old college friend Yvette Nicole Brown was on that show. But I got into Childish Gambino early, and then I was a big fan of Atlanta, even a bigger and a big fan of Mr. and Mrs. Smith with him and Maya Erskine. So I am a Donald Glover fan just because he's like a quirky dude and I'm a quirky dude. But recently, we just learned that he had a stroke in 2024. 2024 was very interesting for him. Mr. and Mrs. Smith comes out. It was tremendous. Him and Maya are nominated for awards, Golden Globes, Emmys. So they do award season. And then I think he drops the last Childish Gambino video, Childish Gambino album. And he was going to go on tour. And he started going on tour. And this was all in 2024. And then all of a sudden we hear reports that he canceled everything. They had a health situation and we didn't know what it was. And Donald Glover just basically disappeared. But he was fine, but we didn't know what was going on. So now he's on tour again. And there's a video of him talking to the audience. And he said he was on tour and he was in Louisiana and his head was hurting. And he finished the concert. Then they were in Houston the next day and he went to the hospital and they said that he had a stroke because during that concert in Louisiana, he said he couldn't see well. So he said eventually he had a surgery on his heart. And then he said he had a second surgery. He didn't say what the second surgery was. But you have to think like back in 2024, especially him doing Mr. and Mrs. Smith and him getting prepared for the tour, he probably was eating healthy, working out, probably doing everything you can to be healthy. And he's not 50 years old or anything like that. He's in his 40s. But the thing, that heart, man, that heart is funny. It could be like a little small hole that I'm sure he had physicals and things like that, and they probably just missed it. And that's the scary thing. That's why I implore everybody, if you haven't, especially men, especially black men, but just everybody, if you haven't had just a physical this year, a physical, please get that done. If not, make that one of the things you should do in 2026. January, February, March, April, whenever. Just make sure in the first quarter of 2026, if you haven't had a physical at all, get a physical in 2026. And the basic, just get your heart checked, get your blood work done. It's amazing like how many things they can find you in blood work, depending on your insurance and what you're being tested for. Get your heart checked, blood work, check your eyes checked, dental. Just if you can't get all this stuff done. If you don't have insurance, look for free health fairs. There's always a free health fair someplace, especially in the springtime. Go to a free health fair. But if something is bothering you, let's say you have a pounding headache and it's more than 2 days, go to emergency or urgent care. If you can't see, if all of a sudden you can't see, go to emergency or urgent care. If all of a sudden your arm feels numb and it's like it just goes dead or something like that, or something doesn't feel right, or one of your sides doesn't feel right, or your mouth feels crooked, go to emergency, go to urgent care. Like, go immediately. Because I've had friends who had strokes. Like it was 10 years ago, I had a friend who had a stroke, and we were in our 40s, and it was shocking. He's fine now, but it was scary for a little while for him. And I had another friend, and he's better, but it was touch and go for a while. So these strokes, they can come out of nowhere. It could be about diet, it could be about diabetes, and in Donald Glover's case, it's a hole in your heart that you don't see. So please, 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 get your physicals. This is why it makes me upset that we don't have universal health care in our country, the richest country in the world. At the bare minimum, everybody, if you're an adult over 18 years old, we should be able to get a general physical. If the bare minimum is all adults get a physical, it's not the greatest, but at least we're getting something. But I digress. I don't want to get on a political rant of people that's like, oh, we can't do nothing. And, oh, we can't have universal health care. Oh, the richest country in the world. Oh, Elon Musk is a trillionaire. Oh, we got a trillionaire, but we can't have universal health care. Okay. Anywho, shout out to Donald Glover. I'm a big fan of Donald Glover. I'm glad he's healthy. It makes me wonder, like, moving forward, how does he look at life now? Like, I don't think he ever took life for granted, but I do wonder, like, how does he Is he going to work as hard? Because he was a straight workaholic before. Is he going to take more personal time with his family and himself? Does he work out more? Is he more conscious about his environment and just embracing life? I don't know. We have to see. So I'm glad that he's healthy. If Childish Gambino's on tour, go check him out. I'm not sure how often he's going to go on the road as Childish Gambino, since this is presumably the last Childish Gambino album that came out last year, I think. So I'm glad Donald Glover as well. But most importantly, get that physical.